Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brendan Gillen. Bonsoir, messieurs et mesdames. Je m'appelle Brendan Gillen. Je vous souhaite, au nom de l'Université McGill, la bienvenue à la collation des grades, le printemps 2019, pour l'école d'éducation permanente. Let me welcome you on behalf of McGill University to the 2019 Spring Convocation for the School of Continuing Education. The ceremony will start very soon. Dans quelques instants, je vous soulignerai plusieurs moments importants dans le déroulement de la cérémonie. In just a moment, I shall go over some of the important moments in the ceremony. However, let me ask you first to please join me in giving a warm round of applause for the Brian Sand Quintet. La cérémonie commencera avec l'entrée du cortège d'honneur et terminera avec sa sortie. À son entrée, je vais vous demander de vous lever. The ceremony will begin with the entrance of the platform party, will end with its departure, and just before it arrives, I'll ask you all to stand. You'll be able to hear the bagpiper in the distance approaching at that point. Une fois le cortège est installé sur la tribune, la Dr. Tracy Smith-Bissett chantera l'hymne de l'université. So once the members of the platform party have found their places on the podium, Dr. Tracy Smith-Bissett will sing the university hymn. Le chancelier Michael Meehan, aussi bien que la principale Susan Fortier, vous adresseront chacun un bref discours, suivi par l'allocution de la Dr. Giuliana Elena Garzone, qui aura tout juste reçu un doctorat honoris causa. The Chancellor Michael Meehan and then later Suzanne Fortier will each say a few words, and that'll be followed by the convocation address given by Dr. Giuliana Elena Garzone, who will have just received an honorary doctorate. Après la remise des diplômes, la secrétaire générale Edith Rogowska prononcera quelques remarques de clôture et la Dr. Tracy Smith-Bissett chantera l'hymne national. So once the diplomas have been conferred, the Secretary General, Edith Rogowska, will say a few closing words, and then Dr. Tracy Smith-Bissett will sing the national anthem. Le cortège d'honneur partira en premier, suivi par les diplômés, en commençant par l'avant et en passant vers l'arrière. So the platform party will leave and then be followed by those who have had diplomas conferred upon them, starting in the front and proceeding to the rear. J'invite le doyen adjoint des étudiants, Glenn Zabowski, à vous informer des mesures de sécurité mises en place dans l'éventualité très peu probable d'une urgence. I invite the Associate Dean of Students, Glenn Zabowski, to apprise you of the safety precautions that have been put in place in the very unlikely event of an emergency.
Bienvenue à McGill, and welcome to Convocation 2019. Félicitations aux diplômés, and welcome and congratulations to all graduates. To friends and family members, graduates appreciate all the support you have given in their endeavor. And graduates, don't forget to be thankful for others that have supported you, like Google, Tim Hortons, and Red Bull. My name is Glenn Zabowski, Associate Dean of Students, and my role is to tell you about our emergency evacuation procedures. That's my exciting role. As a statistics instructor here at McGill, I can tell you an evacuation is very unlikely. However, we want you all to be taken care of if the event occurs. So, si une évacuation le devenait nécessaire, le registre en ferait l'annonce. Vous devrez alors quitter la tente sans tarder. Please follow the instructions of security officers and ushers. If we evacuate, don't follow graduates. They're going to be evacuated to a different location. You will be led to the field across the street from the tent. Please leave all baby strollers behind, but I'm going to ask you, please take your children with you. See, we can make safety procedures fun. There is an evacuation map at the back of your program for more information. And if you need assistance at any point in time, please speak to one of our ushers or security officers. Once the emergency is over, information will be posted on the McGill homepage informing you of what will be happening next. Je vous remercie de votre attention. Please have a wonderful ceremony. It's a great evening. The platform is just getting ready to come down, but first we have a very short video to show you.
Gracia. I did honors in Latin American Studies and International Development.
My name is Akil Varani and I'm a visual artist and graphic designer based in Montreal.
Je m'appelle Guillaume Drouin-Garneau, je suis ancien de McGill. J'ai gradué en 2012.
Once I graduated, I really wanted to find a way to stay connected with the university. I did some research and found the McGill Women's Alumni Association. It really spoke to me because of their mission to highlight what female grads have been contributing to the community.
Ma participation au sein du club cycliste de McGill, je pense qu'on est une super belle gang, puis encore aujourd'hui, on voit des anciens, des jeunes qui sont étudiants, puis on fait des sorties ensemble, on partage une passion. Donc...
I've spoken at homecoming events, the McGill Young Alumni Association.
How I got involved with the mentor-mentee program with the McGill Alumni Association was actually I was trying to find a way to give my time to McGill.
I definitely recommend any mentorship program, and whether it's having a connection to other people or advice from someone who's been through it.
Through McGill Connect, I was introduced to this global network of McGill alumni who I had something in common with. I made the decision that London, England would be best for me to kickstart my career.
I want to wish the graduating class all the best of luck.
This is the beginning of a very exciting new chapter in your life.
Bonne chance à tous, je vous souhaite du succès dans vos projets futurs. Have fun, enjoy the ride, and be patient.
So just a few reminders. First, I have to confess I've been doing this now for a few years, but in my nervousness, I actually started things a little bit earlier than I should have. So you may have to be patient for about 2 or 3 minutes. So I'll take that opportunity just to remind you of a few things, things that would be helpful. First is to make sure your cell phone is on vibration mode. Secondly, if you leave, do not use the emergency exits unless it really is an emergency. Thirdly, please keep the aisles free. And fourthly, I know that it's late in the day and many of you are eager to go home, but we would appreciate it if you would extend the courtesy of remaining to the very end of the ceremony. So juste pour terminer en français, je vous demande de mettre vos téléphones cellulaires en mode vibration. Deuxièmement, ne sortez pas par les issues de secours, sauf si c'est vraiment une urgence. Troisièmement, gardez les allées libres. Et quatrièmement, je vous encourage de rester jusqu'à la fin. Je sais que c'est déjà assez tard dans la journée, mais juste c'est une question de civilité envers vos amis, vos parents et les autres. Bon. So we'll start in just a moment or two. What you'll hear the bagpipes in the background, and that means they're on their way down. So perhaps, yes. They'll be more entertaining than my jokes. Much more entertaining. So I hear them coming. Will be a few more minutes. I don't want to have you stand for a long time, so When they get somewhere around there, I'll let you know. You can enjoy the effect of the bagpipes in the back in the distance. Please stand. Levez-vous, s'il vous plaît.
Thank you, Dr. Tracy Smith-Bassett. Good evening, graduating students, families, and friends. As Chancellor and on behalf of McGill University, I welcome you today to our beautiful, if somewhat chilly campus in downtown Montreal to celebrate the class of 2019 and the students graduating from the School of Continuing Studies. Bonsoir. Bonsoir tous les diplômés proches et amis. À titre de chancelier et au nom de l'Université McGill, je vous souhaite la bienvenue sur notre magnifique campus du centre-ville afin de célébrer la cérémonie de collation des grades 2019 et de souligner les réalisations des diplômés de l'École d'éducation permanente. Let me begin by offering my sincere congratulations to all of you. C'est un grand jour pour vous, nos diplômés, et c'est un honneur pour moi d'être ici et de partager avec vous cette étape importante. Now, I have a keen appreciation of the importance of this day and the memories that you will keep with you of this moment in your life. Once upon a time, when dinosaurs roamed the land, I was sitting in the audience as part of a graduating class at McGill, and I took much the same journey as you to arrive at this day. And some considerable time later, I returned on 2 occasions as the parent of McGill graduates, and like all the parents here today, I was beaming with pride. Et maintenant, comme chancelier, j'ai le privilège d'assister aux cérémonies de collation de grade à chaque année. Vous pouvez donc dire que j'ai vu la remise des diplômes sous tous les angles. But whether as a graduate or parent or chancellor, the occasion remains to me a richly deserved celebration of hard work, commitment, sacrifice, and achievement. So bravo and well done to each and every one of you. Now, as Chancellor, my job description includes making a speech to you today. So this is a bit like writing an exam or making a class presentation. So I did what most of you probably do. I Googled best convocation speeches. And I got 675,000 results. And in the course of my research, I discovered the best convocation speeches usually contain 3 important elements: a bit of humor at the beginning, a personal anecdote or story, and some practical advice useful to graduates. I think I already covered the humor part, so let's move on to a personal anecdote. It's about my own grandfather, and although this story happened over a century ago, I think it's relevant to the world today. His name was Arthur Meehan. He served as 9th Prime Minister of Canada, and his main opponent was Wilfrid Laurier. And in the early 20th century, they were leaders of rival federal parties, I say. And as opposing political leaders, they sat across from each other in Parliament for more than a decade. They were fierce rivals. You can just imagine the bitter debates and the disagreements. So what did my grandfather have to say about Laurier? He said, and I quote, "There never was a man, not in my lifetime, from whom one could learn so much of the art of leadership as from Sir Wilfrid Laurier. One of the lamentations that I still indulge in is that I did not learn more from him." I can't imagine a statement like that coming from most of our political leaders today. Aujourd'hui, je ne peux pas imaginer une telle déclaration venant de la plupart de nos politiciens, ou même de nos politiciennes. For many, the definition of leadership seems to have become associated with attributes we know only too well: shouting, name-calling, bullying, crass self-promotion, and belittling others in order to inflate one's own status. And that seems a long way from what my grandfather called the art of leadership. Now, at this point, you might be expecting me to launch into a nostalgic reverie about the good old days when men wore hats We all used rotary phones and got our information the old-fashioned way from our neighbors down the street. And to be honest, I'm sometimes tempted to look in the rearview mirror. That is, until I see leaders like Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, who showed such enormous courage and took decisive action in the face of great tragedy and turmoil. Or Peter Bevan Baker, the leader of Prince Edward Island's Green Party, and now head of the official opposition. And he's someone who says he's interested in ideas, not partisan politics, and his policies extend way beyond just environmental issues. And when we talk about leadership, we often tend to think of political leaders, corporate executives, or high-profile personalities. But the real truth is that the real art of leadership often begins quietly with individual acts of conviction. I think Eric Molson, a former Chancellor of Concordia University, put it well when he said, if you want to be a leader, if you dream of making the world a better place, then it is your strong values that will be your beacon. And I don't have to look very far to see some inspiring examples right here at our own university. I think of Daniel Doran and Rudy Cabrera from McGill. They are both reservists in the armed forces, and they both helped with relief efforts for communities devastated by floods this spring. I think of students like Andriane Asibe, a committed advocate for students of color on campus, and Christelle Tessono, the president of the Black Students Network of McGill, both working towards equity and inclusion for everyone in the McGill community. I think of Milton Calderon Donifer and Sanchit Gupta, students and co-founders of a volunteer organization called Meal Care. And thanks to their efforts and a whole team of fellow McGill students, Meal Care diverts surplus food from cafeterias and other vendors at the university that would otherwise go to waste, and instead donates it to the food to local homeless shelters and soup kitchens. But above all, I think of you. I think of you, the class of 2019. You've already have the unique education and experience that comes with being a graduate of McGill. You've distinguished yourselves in your field of study. You've worked across disciplines and diverse areas. You're engaged, connected, and forthright, not just here on campus, but in the community. And most of all, you have the compassion, conviction, and courage to apply everything you've learned over the past years to the world we live in. And spoiler alert, we really do need your leadership now more than ever. Continuez donc à trouver des moyens d'inspirer les autres et de remettre en question le statu quo. Agissez en fonction de vos idées et de vos croyances. Écoutez les opinions divergentes et des avis différents. Aspirez à être des leaders, mais dirigez avec des esprits ouverts et des cœurs ouverts. Et s'il vous plaît, restez en contact avec McGill et revenez en tant que mentor auprès de la prochaine génération d'étudiants. And wherever you go in the world, this will always be your home, and we will always cheer your successes and accomplishments. So stay in touch, not just today, but throughout your journey as a McGill graduate and a true leader in your community, your country, and your world. I hope this day is both a joyous ending and an auspicious beginning for all of you. Merci et bonne chance. It's now my pleasure to invite Professor Suzanne Fortier, Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University, to address the audience. Professor Fortier.
Bienvenue à nos diplômés de 2019. A warm welcome to the graduates of 2019. I'm thrilled to be here today with our Chancellor, the Chair of our Board, our governors, our distinguished honorary degree recipient, special guests and esteemed colleagues, and of course, your families and your friends. Nous sommes réunis tous ici aujourd'hui pour vous féliciter et vous dire à quel point nous sommes fiers de vous. Congratulations. As I was thinking about this day, one word came to mind: return. Now, you may say this is a bit strange since you haven't left yet, but actually, I was thinking about return as it is used in the acronym ROI, Return on Investment. It's a concept, of course, that is used normally in the business world. It often talks about money, but that's not what I want to talk about, because I believe it applies in a much more deeper way in our own lives. And what better time than graduation to take a moment to reflect on your investment over the last few years here at McGill. As your name is called, and as you walk across this stage, you should celebrate the concrete return that you're getting on your hard work, your perseverance, and your resilience. But this is just the beginning. The investments you've made, not only in your studies, but also in building lasting friendships, in collaborating with colleagues, in contributing to your community, or in excelling in other activities while you're here, will reap benefits for you throughout your life. Of course, you are not alone. Many have invested in you along the way. Your family and your friends who supported you in your studies, as well as professors, librarians, and university staff who have played a big role in your learning. So tonight, let's give them a big round of applause. There's another kind of return I'd like to talk about briefly. I was introduced to it a few years ago when I attended a class in the MBA program here at McGill. It's called ROL, Return on Luck. As you know, life brings all of us many unexpected turns, some good, some bad, turns that are out of our control, beyond our grasp. We call it luck. What we do with our good luck, how we benefit from it, and more importantly, how we share it so that others benefit too, in many ways define the course of our lives and the impact we will have on our world. Joanne Liu, president of Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders, expressed this in a very compelling way when she was conferred an honorary degree by McGill in 2016. As you may know, Médecins Sans Frontières delivers curative care and preventive care to people in danger, wherever they may be. And Joanne said, I work with people who have no choice, and I believe we have to give them our best, precisely for this reason, because they have no choice. I don't pick, I don't take. I just give the best I can. And there's one last kind of return I would like to mention. It's one acronym actually that I sort of thought about. I called it ROR, Return on Respect. It may not always be obvious, but I think it always pays off to respect all of those around us, no matter what. As you build your future, always remember that respect is something that all of us human beings deserve and that all human beings should give others. J'espère qu'en quittant McGill, vous vous souviendrez de tout ce que vous avez appris et que vous le mettrez à l'œuvre afin de façonner un monde meilleur pour tous. Today, you join the global network of McGill graduates who have made immense contributions to society. And as we prepare to celebrate our 200th anniversary, together we can dream about what we might accomplish in our third century. So please do return to your alma mater. Félicitations, congratulations.
Merci, Madame la Principale. We'll now proceed with the presentation of the Teaching Awards. I invite Dr. Susan Laver, Director of the McGill Writing Center, to present the first award winner, followed by Dr. Carmen Cecilia, Director of Career and Professional Development and Associate Dean Academic, to present the second award winner, and I ask the winners to please stand when their name is called and join the principal at center stage for the award presentation.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I present to you Dr. Diane DeChef, a full-time faculty lecturer with the McGill Writing Center. Dr. DeChef teaches several courses: a communication course for students in the Faculty of Engineering, and 2 others on subjects of great public importance: communicating science to broad audiences, and writing for the digital domain. Diane received stellar evaluations from students in all courses, including numerous commendations for her ability to create a learning environment that is not only welcoming, supportive, and inclusive, but also motivating, dynamic, and inspiring. As one student wrote, "This teacher has my utmost respect for her passion, creativity, and ability to connect with students." Students also commended Diane for the variety of assignments she designed and her inclusion of compelling yet informative readings. As another student wrote, "To give you an indication of just how well Professor DeChef chooses readings, we even do the optional ones." Diane was also described as someone who truly cares about students developing real-world skills that will not only make all their other courses easier, but serve them in real life. Indeed, it's clear that Diane's dedication to her students' learning will have a lasting impact on many aspects of their lives. As another student put it, Diane has an ability to inspire students not only to become better writers, but also better peers and individuals. Madam Vice Chancellor, I present Dr. Diane DeChef, one of this year's winners of the School of Continuing Studies Distinguished Teaching Award.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor and great pleasure to present to you Mr. Jeffrey Saxner. Jeffrey has dedicated over 27 years of his life teaching. Students have described and recognized in Jeffrey a teacher who is characterized by his knowledge, his passion, his sense of humor, his dynamic teaching style, but more importantly, his dedication to adult teaching. Students have also said that Jeffrey is an amazing teacher. His course is extremely intensive, but at the same time, everyone is enjoying the process. I hear a few chuckles. His hands-on knowledge of the field meant he could really give us real-world view of the material and the realities of the business world. He really prepares you for the real deal. Let me tell you a quick story about Jeffrey. One day we had students taking a Saturday morning class with Jeffrey as the instructor. However, accidentally there was another class booked in the same room. Unfortunate situation. So on Monday morning, I walk into the classroom and apologize to the students for the mistake. One student said to me, "Do not apologize. This is a sales and negotiation course, and we saw in action how to negotiate from Jeffrey. We got the classroom." Jeffrey is one of those educators that seizes every moment as a learning opportunity for students. Madam Vice Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that the School of Continuing Studies presents the 2019 Award of Distinguished Teaching to Mr. Jeffrey Saxner.
Thank you, presenters, and congratulations, Professor DeChef and Professor Saxner, on your great accomplishments. Now, McGill is honored today to celebrate the achievements of Professor Juliana Garzone. I ask Professor Carolo Weil, Dean of the School of Continuing Studies, to present our distinguished guest so that she may have conferred upon her the highest recognition that it is within the power of this university to grant. And I ask Professor Garzone to join me at the center stage for presentation of the honorary degree. Dean Weil.
Mr. Chancellor, Juliana Elena Garzone has distinguished herself as a dynamic force in Italy and beyond in the promotion of intercultural understanding and cultural and linguistic diversity. Well known for her groundbreaking writings, Professor Garzone is currently a full professor of translation and interpretation at International University of Languages and Media in Milan. She has enjoyed a rewarding professional career as an accredited translator and interpreter, academic, and researcher. A prolific author, she has published over 140 essays and book chapters and has edited or co-edited, co-authored, and authored more than 45 volumes. Having started her academic career in translation and interpreting at Milan Scuola Superiore per Interpreti e Traduttori, she accepted an appointment as Associate Professor of English and Translation at the University of Bologna in 1998. In 2001, she moved to the University of Milan as a full professor, where she taught English, translation, and intercultural studies in the Department of Studies in Language, Meditation, and Intercultural Communication. In 2005, she was appointed Chair and Director of Postgraduate Programs and Research in that department, where she has supervised the PhD program in Linguistic, Literary, and Intercultural Studies. She currently directs the postgraduate program in Specialized Translation and Conference Interpreting. Founder and editor-in-chief of Lingue Culture Meditazioni, Languages, Cultures, Mediation, a peer-reviewed open access journal that publishes up-to-date research on multidisciplinary approaches to linguistic and cultural mediation in English, French, Spanish, and Italian. Professor Garzone has to her credit publications comprising a wide range of subjects, including scientific discourse, legal language, business communication, political discourse, legal, social media, and of course, translating and interpreting. She has contributed to a theoretical model that applies the mathematical theory of fuzzy sets to translation. Over the years, these publications have informed and in many cases fundamentally influenced the study and practice of specialized communication in Italy and abroad. She has been involved with several international and national associations and research groups in linguistics, translation, and intercultural studies, including the US-based Association for Business Communication, from which she received the Francis W. Weeks Award of Merit in 2018. For her activity in the promotion of English studies in higher education in Italy, she was appointed to the executive committee of the Associazione Italiana di Anglistica. Professor Garzone has played a key role in the organization of DCONE, Discourse, Communication, and the Enterprise conferences, a series of biennial events gathering scholars interested in the relevance of discourse and communication to the world of business and organization. In 2013, Professor Garzone was asked to lead the Italian translation of the Montreal Charter of Rights and Responsibilities, demonstrating the crucial role played by language professionals in the translation and codification of rights. Giuliana Garzone's publications and the challenging direction given to her students and fellow researchers have served to highlight the growing importance of international English, while at the same time respecting the specificity of national languages. Her insight into the evolution of communication and discourse practices makes her a leader of excellence in communication. Mr. Chancellor, I present to you Giuliana Garzone so that you may confer upon her the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
I now invite McGill's most recent graduate, Professor Garzone, to deliver the convocation address. Professor.
Thank you. Chancellor Main, Principal and Vice Chancellor Fortier, Mr. Panda, Chair of the Board of Governors, proud families and guests, and most of all, you members of the graduating class of 2019. À vous voir réunis ici aujourd'hui pour célébrer ce moment mémorable, je me rends compte du fait qu'en Italie, mon pays d'origine, ce genre de cérémonie n'existe pas. Honnêtement, je pense que c'est regrettable. Nous devrions introduire cette coutume chez nous. Je me demande qu'est-ce qui se dégage de cette cérémonie. Quant à moi, c'est un sentiment palpable d'appartenance à une communauté, un sentiment de mission accomplie. Félicitez-vous d'avoir atteint un objectif important. Il s'agit d'un véritable virage. Vous sortez d'une étape de la vie pour emprunter une nouvelle voie axée sur le devenir. C'est à vous maintenant de mettre en œuvre les connaissances et compétences que vous avez acquises au cours de vos études universitaires. Mettez-les en pratique pour vous, vos familles, la société et le monde entier. Addressing people who have spent their last few years accumulating knowledge and are prepared to carry it forward into society is an important asset to rely on to progress in life. I would like to propose a few reflections on the status of knowledge in the contemporary world and the important action of universities as a fundamental bulwark in defense of it. In the last 5 years, I've coordinated a research project on discourse, knowledge, and ethics, and this issue is especially close to my heart. Surveys of public knowledge in the United Kingdom and the United States have shown that today many people doubt if acquiring knowledge matters anymore in a context where it can be outsourced to the internet. Why should you make an effort to learn if everything is so easy to look up? Unfortunately, this is sometimes also a temptation for students, hence the battle on plagiarism on the part of so many institutions. Believing that knowledge can be retrieved from the web rather than learned not only generates ignorance, but what is worse, also generates what William Poundstone calls meta-ignorance. That is to say, the lack of awareness of what you don't know. So in the end, you don't even bother to look up what you actually do not know. In the age of artificial intelligence, if we stop learning everything a computer can do, both in terms of knowledge and in terms of skills, the result would be absolute ignorance and the absolute dependence on artificial intelligence itself. A further and potentially more important fact is that outsourcing and learning lead to very different results, as there is a substantial difference between acquiring knowledge and having access to knowledge. First of all, possessing knowledge entails that you have interiorized what you have learned and have now a total command of it. So it has become part of your own personal intellectual assets. Secondly, the process of acquisition in itself is part of the education process, has an educational value. Once you know how to go about it, knowledge acquisition becomes a life learning process. And thanks to you, and thanks to this life learning process, you will never stop increasing your intellectual capital, which also means increasing your human capital. Now the time has come for you to translate the knowledge and skills you have acquired in your years at university into action, bring them into the world. Certainly, when you started out your course of studies here at McGill, you had plans for the future. Indeed, you had dreams for your life, dreams of things to achieve, of a role to perform, of bettering the world. Receiving an academic credential today is already part of that realization of your dream. But the pride and satisfaction for this achievement should not distract you from the pursuit of your dreams for life, your vision, your ideals, however high and difficult or difficult to achieve them it may seem. This year, my country celebrates the 500th anniversary of Leonardo da Vinci's death. He was an extraordinary man. In addition to being a great artist, the author of Mona Lisa and The Last Supper, a man who had lofty dreams, indeed dreams so forward-looking that there was realistically no chance to see them come true in the course of his life with the technologies available at the time. But he pursued them anyway and continued to produce incredibly detailed visionary projects, which he left as a legacy to people coming after him and continued to believe in them. Most of these dreams, have actually come true now, as today we use all sorts of self-moving machines, cars, trains. We can fly in planes and helicopters. We use parachutes. We use robots in our factories and so on. These are the dreams of a 15th century man come true. And in most cases, it took them centuries to come true, but they have come true. You should not be afraid of having dreams, of having a vision, of carrying forward the objectives that first led you to come to this university. Striving to make them come true is in itself a kind of achievement. Finally, I would like to wish you, the graduates of 2019, all the best in whatever professional career you decide to pursue. You are particularly well equipped to face the challenges of a fast-changing world. So thank you for your attention, and thank you for the honor of being among you today. Thank you. Merci.
Thank you, Professor Garzoni, for your thoughtful and indeed inspiring words. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the conferral of academic degrees. Professor Christopher Manfredi, Provost and Vice Principal Academic, will begin the formal proceedings. Professor Manfredi.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. I am pleased to invite students graduating from the School of Continuing Studies for the conferral of diplomas and certificates. This is a truly joyous event in the cycle of a university's life, particularly at McGill, where we have such talented and accomplished students. Each student crossing the stage will be greeted by the Chancellor, the Principal, or the Chair of the Board of Governors. Students receiving their first degree shall remove their mortarboard or hat. At center stage, they will be symbolically capped, signaling ceremonially the conferral of the certificate or diploma. Students who have already earned a university degree keep their mortarboard on and will be congratulated by a tap on the shoulder. The parchment or degree itself is given to students after they have a photo taken and leave the stage. You may see some students wearing red or white scarves. All self-identifying Indigenous students, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, are entitled to wear graduation scarves at convocation, in the community, and at any and all future McGill events that they attend. The red scarf is for those receiving a degree, and white for those getting a diploma or certificate. The feather has two meanings: respect for the person and the mark of an amazing or special event. The Confederacy belt signifies attachment to and respect for the land on which we live, and the turtle symbolizes the inclusiveness of all nations and respect for diversity. It is fitting that we recognize our Indigenous graduates in this way, just as we recognize that McGill University is on land which long served as a site of meeting and exchange amongst Indigenous peoples, including the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe nations. We acknowledge and thank the diverse Indigenous people whose presence has enriched this territory on which peoples of the world now gather. En vertu des pouvoirs qui me sont conférés par le Sénat de McGill, je déclare que les candidats dont le nom figure sur la liste officielle des diplômés de l'université, qu'ils soient présents ou absents, ont satisfait aux exigences de leur grade, diplôme, ou certificat respectif. By virtue of the powers conferred upon me by McGill's Senate, I declare that the candidates whose names appear on the university's official list of graduates, whether they be present or absent, have satisfied the requirements for their respective degrees, diplomas, or certificates. By tradition at McGill, we begin with students receiving graduate diplomas or certificates, followed by students obtaining undergraduate certificates. I now invite Dr. James Archibald to present the graduates, and Professor Carola Weil, Dean of the School of Continuing Studies, to congratulate all graduating students. Congratulations, class of 2019. Félicitations.
Mr. Chancellor, for the Graduate Diploma in Translation in French to English, Teresa Ann Kalin. For the Graduate Certificate in Entrepreneurship, Mamoudou Barry. For the Graduate Certificate in Health Services Management, Rafael Ribeiro de Aquino Freitas. For the Graduate Certificate in Human Resources Management, Elena Dayanira Saldana. For the Graduate Certificate in International Business, Natalia Escobar Pinzon. Ban Muin Madi. For the Graduate Certificate in Leadership, Micheline Kharsa. Rod Luisa. Anna Marie Newton. For the Graduate Certificate in Public Relations Management, Julie Estelle Lefebvre. Camille Soyer. For the Diploma in Accounting, Serge Banovich. Yaroslava Bilozor. Mauricio David Bonaguro Bustamente. Virginie Domkem de Julio. Shireen Khaled El-Raqibi. Lida Fayazi. Ilana Genyuk. Arun Gopala Krishnan. Eri Ikeda, Dean's Honor List. Liping Li. Qingfan Li. Lyubov Novitsky. Mohammed Allah Rahima. Narjis Rezapur. Selim Sheban. Tamara Storch. Julius Gael Chachu Chapchet. Teresa Maiwan Sang. Jim Wang, Dean's Honor List. Catherine Yunggong. Lijuan Zeng. Jaeyun Ju. For the Diploma in Applied Finance, Mojdeh Akhbari. Hamid Ahud Dishviari. Neda Asadi. Patricia Maria Carriega Oliache. Some Dolati. Hadi Khoury. Esther Zivamborero Mazviza. Kenza Mejati Alami. Miriam Motamedi. Ralph Shabel Mbarek. David George Olesam. Dean's Honors List. Afifa Shamim. Ji Cheng Wang, American Express Prize in Management, Treasury Finance, Dean's Honor List. For the Diploma in Applied Marketing, Danyar Akhmatov. For the Diploma in Entrepreneurship, Carlos Enrique Hernandez Borjas. For the Diploma in Health and Social Services Management, Enrico Campioli. For the Diploma in Human Resources Management, Rosa Apasa Castro, also receiving a Certificate of Proficiency in French, Language and Culture. Olga Michel de Gibenedetto Caba. Shu Chin Chen. Claudia Olivia de Marco Vasquez. Emily Hull. Gracia Iskandar. Orville Johnson. Jamie Dale Kelly. Dalia Issam Maleb. Anaga Mokhasi. Armela Mukorako. Marina Nikogosyan. Shonda Catherine O'Brien, Dean's Honor List. Sukena Omar. Catherine Nicole Poirier, Dean's Honor List. Oshana Samaha. Sabrina Marie Shahidi, Dean's Honor List. Mona Sibai. Belinda Sleeman. Katrina Tafte. Isabelle Yvonne Thériault. Craig Donovan Thomas. Franca Shimian Tifou. Sue Ur Tran, Dean's Honor List. Megan Shauna Vatcher. For the Diploma in Integrated Aviation Management, Irina Volodmirova. For the Diploma in Internet Business Technology, David Ricardo Cuervo Ochoa. Philippe Cotard, Dean's Honor List. Ning Wang. For the Diploma in Management in Entrepreneurship, Negar Nautash. For the Diploma in Management in General Management, Amjad Atout Jacob Jonker Memorial Prize, Resolute Forest Products Prize. Sergio Alfonso Castilla Carrascal. Etienne Gagnon. For the Diploma in Management in International Business, Rajan Shami. Mona El Halag. For the Diploma in Management in Internet Business, Camilo Rivadeneira. For the Diploma in Public Relations and Communications Management, Yara Hamami. Mary O'Neill. For the Diploma in Supply Chain and Operations Management, Jaime Mauricio Acuña Rosada. Fatima Alizadeh Hoy. Daria Anisimova. Juan Carlos Barrera Salgado. Oleg Bonin. Carlos Ernesto González Vinueta. Vladisaf Gorea. Aisha Iftikhar. Danki Mi. Pranjal Mittal. Shivam Suri. Julian Velasco Castillo. Yi Wang. For the certificate in accounting, Yannick Marie Descos, Dean's Honor List. Wei Jing. Rafi Kubelian. Kitman Lam. For the certificate in entrepreneurship, Amel Belacel, Dean's Honor List. Rong Rong Dong, Dean's Honor List. Cassandra Gay, Dean's Honor List. For the certificate in Health and Social Services Management, Gaylon Mercedes Dan. Mary Ikiko. Susan Caroline Nuluki. For the certificate in Human Resources Management, Gerline Bollière de Sierra. Elizabeth Margaret Brown, Dean's Honor List. Geraldine Alexandra Carpio Buis. Shahin Az Fala. Christina Jogudis. Sital Gungabisun Gudai. Lindsay Jasmine. Alfonso Miliara. Misha Mladek, Dean's Honor List. Arlene Diane Myers. Kateri Estreich. Gina Stephanie Orjuela. Tanya Pierpaoli. Rosa Rodriguez Cordova. Noel Rizga. Marisa Eleni Stavrakos. Emeline Terrien Sergerie. Lisa Yakubian. Bushara Zaman. For the certificate in management, Shaheen Hedari. Jude Gabriel Labonté. Shonita Mirshumal. Puyan Momen. Roy Nakad. Jasmine Primi. For the Certificate in Public Relations and Communications Management, Krusma Caroline Bravo. Andrea Stefani Este, Dean's Honor List. Chinyin Fu. Nadine Hanna. Clara Levy. Laurence Veilleux. For the Certificate in Software Development, Marc-Louis Aberin. Dan Liu. For the Certificate in Chain Management and Logistics, Imad Farouk Shakir Abdul Malik. Wafa Abdul Mayu Abdullah. Samantha Deanne Blair. Simon El Halou. Boyang Hu. Behnaz Jara. Emad Daline Kaki, also receiving a certificate of proficiency in English for professional communication. Paul Medeiros. Natalia Nascimento O Albuquerque. Carolina Reategui Escalante. Tremaine Summers Rudder. Cornelio Vladescu. For the Certificate in Translation in English to French, Nathalie Dourdin. For the Certificate in Translation in French, English to Spanish, Sophie Bergeron Lescano, Dean's Honor List. Ruben Martin Escagrera. For the Certificate in Translation in French to English, Evan Charles Bathgate Bryden. Michelle Ahila Danielle, McGill Associates Prize in Translation. For the Certificate of Proficiency English for Professional Communication, Zenayib El Sayed Abdel Fattah. Katya Aberkan, Edward C. Webster Prize in English as a Second Language, Dean's Honor List. Paria Agayani. Rina El Hatem. Arij Al Sabek. Suliani Pamela Alcantara Rojas. Muhanadad Al-Khoury. Ragad Amsber. Mohammad Reza Aryanfar. Nahawan Azizi. Iman Bandos. Yulia Belichenko, Dean's Honor List. Nora Lisbeth Borbano Munoz. Catherine Sakalis. Carla Casillas Franco. Leila Shehri. Ilana Chupina. Amidou Koulibaly. Jessica Andreina Coy Orego. Samir Dridi. Svitlana Dmitrashko. Maria El Hayani. Masa Fedai Hedari, Dean's Honor List. Christine Fahim. Danilo Forte Aragao. Mary Fayek Labi Robrial. Chanjuan Kang. Mariam Khalefi. Elam Khani. Azadeh Khatib. Sedika Kubat. Danny Lee. Gabriela del Carmen Martinez Lozano. Jesus Medina, Dean's Honor List. Leila Monahageg Montazeri. Fatima Moradi. Marie Hal Sadat Moussavilar. Katia Munoz Caballero. Lynn Nabkiye. Fatima Zohra Nachnich. Bertha Maria Olarte Navarro de Co. Juan Miguel Olabe Peraza. Jorge Alexander Orozco Moreno. Nestor Polo Marulanda. Niusha Pur Davudi. Shreen Pur Mazar. Doina Prisakari, Dean's Honor List. Zahra Raisa Kirabadi. Sumaya Rajab. Ernesto Rodriguez Sanchez. Roya Rohani Rankuhi. Mariluz Ruiz Gomez. Mitra Salihika. Luisa Atilia Sanchez Sifontes. Aurélie Sénéchal Parfait, Dean's Honor List. Fege Sede Husseini. Hui Chan Situ. Albena Stoyanova. Mariam Tzadeh. Svetlana Timirkan. Mona Tome. Andrea Vanegas. Guodong Zhang. For the Certificate of Proficiency in English Language and Culture, Karina Alfonso, Dean's Honor List. Saif Salah Abdul Salam Al-Azawi. Gaida Al-Shabana. Leonardo Andia Antesana. Florence Amragao Kamdi. Amin Asal. Siaki Bamba. Yongchung Wang. Sun Jong Choi. Dolas Dongmo Tsagwe. Amal El Bukri. Eduardo Guzman Harami. Yong Mi Han. Chu He. Pueska Jaran Manutam. Malika Kadusi. Aluka Mariette Aimé Kanga. Eun Ju Kim. Sumaya Latif. Cécile Leblond. King Lee. Oksana Mitrofanova. Alharet Mohammed. Leslie Nizimana. Mathieu Pace, Dean's Honor List. Elana Romaniuk. Abrahani Denise Sanchez Ortega. Danya Shaker, Dean's Honor List. Margarita Rosa Trujillo Flores. Aya Yamada. For the Certificate of Proficiency French for Professional Communication, Maria Celia Basan Bardales. Jaime Amanda Borenstein. Silvia Johanna Gomez. John Edwin Gonzalez Sanchez. Sama Mahdi Ibrahim Mahdi. Elidio Marquez. Irene Ortega Mani. Giovanna Alexandra Reyes Carmago. Jennifer Silva Vargas. Abdulatif Tuati, Dean's Honor List. For the Certificate of Proficiency in French Language and Culture, Lisette Caroline Betancourt Andrade. Gers ou Kelly Maria Gers. Mary Bailey Kaz. Samin Zareh. didn't provide scotch.
Thank you, Dr. Archibald, for a magnificent job in reading all the graduates' names. Will the graduating class please stand? Je demande à tous les diplômés de se lever. À titre de chancelier de l'Université McGill, je déclare et confirme que chacun de vous a maintenant le droit à la distinction de grade, diplôme ou certificat qui vous a été conféré, avec tous les honneurs, droits, privilèges et responsabilités qui y sont rattachés. In my capacity as Chancellor of McGill University, I declare and confirm that each of you is now entitled to the distinction of the degree, diploma, or certificate that has been conferred upon you, with all the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities that are pertinent thereto. Félicitations, congratulations. The Secretary General, Ms. Edita Rogovska, will now make a few closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Dear graduates, in closing, I'd like to leave you with a few words from the late Stanley B. Frost, a McGill professor, administrator, and historian, who in his work on the history of McGill says the following: "Traditions are hard to come by, but once established, they are remarkably enduring. The university has been fortunate that the tradition was early established, that McGill is not merely an institution, but a community in which bonds of affection are strongly woven, so that a sense of belonging to McGill need not end with graduation, but can be a lifelong experience." J'espère donc que le lien d'amitié que vous avez tissé à McGill seront avec vous longtemps et feront partie de ce que vous ferez, tant au niveau personnel que professionnel, que ce soit ici à Montréal, au Canada ou ailleurs dans le monde. En vous souhaitant le meilleur des succès, je vous dis bonne chance et félicitations.
To conclude this ceremony, please stand and join Dr. Tracy Smith II in the singing of our national anthem.
Was it too slow, huh?